Hey, how are you doing? My name is Mutia Evans and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so below. We have the red button below. Click on that red button, click also on the bell button, and you'll be notified every time I do a video. I don't do them every single day, every now and then. Every Monday and Thursday, I upload a new video, and I know you're going to get value for your time, okay? All right, my name is Mutia Evans. As I mentioned, I am a computer scientist by profession, but I am an e-commerce genius. That's what they call me. Why? Because I've been in this industry for 5 years now. Yes, 5 years building e-commerce businesses, working online. And so I'm becoming an authority every single day. I'm becoming an authority in this industry. I know quite a number of things about this industry. You can imagine 5 years of dedicated time into one single industry, that is e-commerce. So I know quite a number of things. And so today I want to help you make an informed decision before joining the newest business in town by the name CROWD1. Okay? Yeah, so you're going to spend some time to look at who exactly is CROWD1. Is it a business? Is it an investment you should make or not make? And I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I just want us to go through the business model together, to go through everything about CROWD1 together and see for yourself and make a decision for yourself. Okay, good. So for the 5 years I've been around doing e-commerce, they've been really successful. This year, before COVID-19, the focus and the estimation was I was to hit 1,000,000 shillings every month. Okay, yes, every single month. Well, because of COVID-19, that could be delayed to maybe next year, but it's coming. 1,000,000 shillings in profits per month out of my e-commerce businesses. How good is that? I know it's really exciting. Well, and that has happened in the last 5 years. 5 years of serious building of online business. However, the Kenyan market in particular is a very funny and very unique market that has to be handled with a lot of care when it comes to e-commerce. First, we're only 50 million of us or less. So for you to build a successful online business, e-commerce business, you have to do it right the first time. You have no chances to make mistakes with the Kenyan market. You have to do it right the very first time. So that's why it really touches me, and I feel I sympathize with people who make mistakes at the very beginning, because if you mess up once, you're done for this market. We are not 100 million of us, not 300, 400 million of us. So if you mess up, you messed up. And so I was lucky to have done it the right way the very first time and still doing it. Really looking forward to hitting that 1,000,000 shillings per month in profits, probably before the end of next year, or if this lockdown ends soon, we may still get to that this year. And when I do, I'll do another video sharing with you how exactly it happened. That's my really milestone when it comes to network marketing, making 1,000,000 shillings per month from online business. Okay, good. So who is CROWD1? And I would like us to spend some time now to understand this that we have today. And CROWD1, according to their website, this is not me, CROWD1 is let me show you just a moment. Yes, it's an MLM opportunity that offers shares that you can purchase and earn from building a network of investing members that share also the bigger company as well. Well, I'm not laughing yet because I know we have a lot to cover, but that's what CROWD1 purports to be. An MLM company that allows members to buy shares and earn profits from that. earn interest from that. Okay, the program offers what I can see as an educational training guides to various topics from real estate to cryptocurrency trading. Well, let me not make a decision yet. Let's proceed and see what else is about CROWD1. The company overview. I've done a lot of research about this company, and it's really hard to know who owns this company and where they are, what they do, how many years they have been doing it. And that for me is a thing that should concern you as either a member or someone who is about to invest. Let me tell you, there is no legitimate company out there that doesn't have a founder and a CEO. Take that to the bank. Anytime, every time, everywhere. Every legitimate, real company out there has someone to be held accountable and someone who is out there. When you think of Bill Gates, what comes to your mind? Microsoft. You think of Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. Those are successful companies. Every single successful company has a founder. But for CROWD1, it's really tough to get to know who owns CROWD1. But with my research, I found out the domain name crowd1.com was registered in 2007, but then it was updated in 2018. Okay, yes, so registered first time in 2007, and the listed owner is someone by the name Stelios Piscopianos. Okay, I can't repeat that. That's the name. And doing some research on Facebook and every other social media platforms, I only found him on LinkedIn, and he hasn't listed CROWD1 as one of his companies or one of the companies he has worked for. I'm giving you real facts here. You can go do your research as well. We are not lying to each other. We are sharing facts to see if really this is a company you can give your time. What are the products? Well, that's something again that really got me thinking. CROWD1 doesn't have any retail product. None. You get nothing when you buy the package. No product, no service. That's something that should also concern you as an investor or a member of CROWD1. The different products they claim to be offering are real estate, funding and marketing, and so much more. That's how vague it is. That's how vague, how empty their website is. And I wonder, why Kenyans still get into such companies and start convincing everyone else to join them? Do we even do our research really before we get started or we get involved in anything? Well, they also claim you get access to the two platforms, which is Afilgo and Mixter. These two platforms, let me tell you something a little about it. Afilgo is a CROWD1 affiliate site that members can generate money through the gaming companies that are participating. For your information, FYI, this company is also registered under CROWD1. So it's not another company that is well established that they are working with. It's their own. They have just created another website and they are saying, you know, this is a different company and we're here to partner with these guys to move their services. That's not the truth. The truth is, this is another company of theirs. Okay, another company of theirs, another claimed company. Mixter is an online mobile game and social media games that members will have access to. Again, another website that belongs to the same CROWD1 guys. So they're just going round and round through things they have just created. You know, creating a website today doesn't require you to have a government registration or any other registration from any other place. To create a website, you wake up one morning, get yourself a domain name that is unique, and the next minute you have your own website running. So these guys did the same. They created CROWD1, then they thought, how can we make it legitimate? Let's create other websites and tell people, you know what, we are partnering with these guys to move their product and services, and they will believe us and they will come in. They will invest with us and life will move on. So that's one more thing. And how does it work? Of course, by recruiting your friends, bringing your friends on board to invest. And when they invest, you earn a portion of that money. Something I advise people, instead of referring your friends to such businesses that are going to leave them in worse conditions than they were, just take money from them. Just take and keep it. And keep 100%. At least it makes sense. You've kept 100%. Rather than keeping 10, 5%, and then your friends are going to blame you for the rest of your life. You probably lose all your friends because you refer them to something that they lost money on. Okay? So what do you require to get started? They have different packages. The list is the one that you require 99 euros. It's called the weight level. 99 euros is an equivalent of how much in Kenya shillings? Around 111, 112,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah, something around there. Okay? So you require, yes, 11,000. Yeah. Did I say 100? No, it's 11,000, 12,000 Kenya shillings to become a member. That's the lowest level you can go in. And they claim when you come in, you buy rights. Okay? You buy rights. Well, I think it's happening. I'm not here to say it's not happening, but we'll ask ourselves some questions at the very end. For now, let's proceed. The residual commissions come in binary form. You get paid on your 2 legs. You refer your friends. They match. You earn some little cash, and that's the formula most pyramid schemes and scams use. You remember what was the name? D9 Club. We're using the same thing, and they were out here telling everyone how they should invest with them. I remember, sorry to say this, a friend of mine wanted to recruit me, and he told me, you know what, William Kabogo has invested 10 million Kenya shillings, and I laughed. I really laughed, and I left. Because I knew, I know how these things work anyway. Having been in this industry for 5 years, there is no secret, there's nothing new that you'll bring to me. I've drank so many coffee, talking about different platforms. I've had many talks, I've had many phone calls, I've met many people, I've been to many seminars about this industry. And so I'm not new into this. I really understand how things work in this industry. Well, those are some of the things you should know about CROWD1. One more thing, they don't have a physical office. No physical office in Kenya. They are not registered under the government of Kenya. There's no details about their registration anywhere, and I've really done my homework. They're not registered, and so they don't pay taxes with KRA, Kenya Revenue Authority. They have not been approved by Kenyan banks and other pay processors here in Kenya, especially the mobile money platforms, and we have quite a number of them. So that tells you that you need to ask yourself some questions. Okay, and so I would like us to ask ourselves those few questions before we proceed, before you go ahead and make your decision. One, you may notice that the Capital Market Authority, the CMA, has warned Kenyans, okay, against investing in CROWD1. If you never saw that, I think it's in the dailies. You should check. It was someday on Nation, Nation paper, sometime last month, February, if not March, yes, February. And Capital Market Authority is the one in control of so much in this country when it comes to markets and capital. So hearing them give such a warning should tell you something. Should tell you that you really need to do your due diligence before you can put your money anywhere. And money is not even as important as time. You may have so much money and it doesn't matter. You can lose 10,000 and you'll get it back anyway. But time, putting in time and friendships, putting in 1 year of your time, 6 months of your time, and then one day you wake up and CROWD1 is nowhere to be seen. How will that feel? How will you feel? You'll have lost 1 year of your life. That's quite a number of days to lose. We don't have so much to be able to afford to lose an entire year just like that. And friendships, let me tell you, if you recruit your friend, you bring in your friends and they lose their money, they'll never forgive you. And so that's a friend you've lost. You've lost their trust and you've lost them. I know families that have been separated because of such scams. I know friendships that were really tight and then they were brought into such, and the next minute there was no friendship anymore. So you can't take such a bet with your life, with your time, with your money, and with your friendships. But let's ask ourselves some questions. One, why are these guys selling shares directly? If they were about shares, they would have gone to New York Stock Exchange and list their company there and people would buy shares. Normally, like people do it everywhere else with every other business. Here in Kenya, they would go to Nairobi Security Exchange and they would list their shares there and people would buy directly. And here would mean even the most prominent people buying those shares, if really that's what they wanted to do. But you know, scams have a way of making their platforms really enticing. And so they came up with an idea that is different and see Kenyans. And I wonder, why do we Kenyans want to get rich quick? You know, I've never met a rich man who became rich quick, because it's just not the way. It's not the way to become rich, by ripping other people off. You may do it for a year, you may do it for 2 years, but within no time it will be gone and you lost it. You lose it all within months. That's why you'll never see anyone who did such scams and now they're successful. There's no shortcut to success. Let's face it. You have to do it right. You have to build a solid business with all the trust, okay? With all the openness, with everything that defines a successful entrepreneur. There's no shortcut to it. Shortcuts lead to long cuts. So don't even think of it that, you know, I can get in here and within 2 or 3 months I've made this money. You lose it again. So it doesn't make sense. Don't waste your time. That was the first question. Why are they selling shares through members? Why is the founder and CEO hiding himself? This is similar to Bitcoin. You remember Bitcoin? And a lot of friends criticized me because I was talking ill about Bitcoin. I wasn't talking ill about Bitcoin. I was telling people things as they are. That Bitcoin and all those other cryptocurrencies are not sustainable until all these banks, especially the central banks, approve them. That's when it can become a currency. Before then, cryptocurrency that hides and people don't know who is the founder, who did what, are going to be really struggling for quite a number of time. And people have lost a lot through cryptocurrencies. People have lost so much through Bitcoin. You invest your money today, you wake up tomorrow, you're 50% what you were worth yesterday. I mean, that would give you a heart attack. So to avoid that, do your due diligence, do your research. Sometimes you may need to talk to a financial expert who can advise you. The cost of talking to a financial expert, the cost of talking to a lawyer is not as much as the cost of losing your investment and wasting your time. So sometimes you just need to talk to experts. I have a lot of bankers who are my friends. Some are my family members. So before I make any decision, I seek for their advice, and it works. I get advice from them, and within no time, I'm good to go. So always get advice from the right people. If it's about money, look for financial experts, look for bankers, look for people who are good. If it's about law and everything, have a lawyer who you can trust and talk to. Where are the product and services? Every business, according to commerce, according to business, I did in Form 2 in high school, every business is either moving a product or a service. So the question is, CROWD1, what are they moving? They're not showing us any product or a service. When you make your payments, you don't get anything in terms of a product or a service. So what's the value of the money? And that tells you who they are, who they really are. Wow. Well, moving forward, why are they not accredited by the BBB? You know what that is? Is the Better Business Bureau. It accredits every other legitimate business out there. Go check out. They are not credited by the Better Business Bureau, and that should give you a reason to be worried. They are also not approved by the different mobile money platforms in Kenya. Let me tell you, especially in Kenya, knowing a legitimate company is very easy. Safaricom alone will help you know what a legitimate company is. If a company is not approved by Safaricom to have a pay bill and a pay bill number and do all that, and at their name, it tells you they don't have the papers to be allowed to do so. Safaricom doesn't give out pay bills to anyone. Yes, they check everything about you. First, they start with your registration certificate, original one, okay? The address, your details as the founder. They do a lot of check to make sure they are approving a legitimate and real company. So when you see a company that is not registered on Safaricom, that should give you a lot of worries, and you should not invest with them until you find them being approved by not just Safaricom and the different other payment processors in the country. Yes, by the way, those guys don't take chances, because they know their license would be cancelled if they were involved in some funny businesses out there. So they do their due diligence before they start working with any company. The banking sector, I really trust the banking sector, and every time I check if a company is registered and it has been approved by the top payment processors and the banks, I'm good to go. So use that also. Finally, why did the Bank of Namibia recently, yes, the Bank of Namibia banned the operations of CROWD1 in Namibia? Why did they? And they actually want members against promoting that company in their country. And I know that is just the beginning. Expect that from many other countries. Next, we'll hear in Kenya, the Central Bank of Kenya has warned members from getting involved with CROWD1 or promoting it. When that happens, you don't have a business. Just imagine if you spend 6 months of your time building that business, and then you wake up one day and you don't have a business. How will that affect you, especially emotionally? Okay? Yeah, so look at that. Those are the few questions you should ask yourself before getting involved, not just with CROWD1, but with every other business out there. Always ask yourself questions. Do your due diligence. Okay? Yes. So that's it for me. If I was to give my verdict on this, I would not join. Okay, I'll never join And I would never advise anyone to join, especially if any of my friends tells me, you know, I want to join, I better snatch that money from them and keep that money safe for them, because I know they are about to lose it anyway. So to avoid that, I advise them not to try it, because it will be gone sooner than later, anytime from now. Okay? Yes, coronavirus, the COVID-19, and CROWD1 are one and the same thing. Yes, as soon as COVID-19 is out, I'm expecting CROWD1 to be out as well. They will go following each other, just like they came together. The two biggest scams of 2020. So those are my thoughts. Make your informed decision. I know you'll thank me later, because that always happens later. You connect the dots backwards, and when that time comes, I'll be really happy to hear from you. Let me hear your comments below. And if you like to know how to build your own e-commerce business legitimately for the next 3 to 5 years, okay, I'm not telling you you're going to make $1 million shillings in the next 3 months, because it's impossible. We're in Kenya. But if you want to build a business for the next 3 to 5 years and become financially free, I leave my Instagram link, the link to my Instagram below. Follow me on Instagram, drop me a message, I'll get back to you, and then you can organize and see how best we can work together. Okay? Yes, it's my way of giving back. I share with a couple of people how I'm doing it, and hopefully they will do the same, and before we know it, all of us are becoming a success. Yes, iron sharpens iron. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the content. Share with a friend who told you about CROWD1, okay, or someone you had talk about CROWD1. If there is a group you are in about CROWD1, be sure to share this video. You will be saving a few people their hard-earned money, especially in these quarantine periods. You can't afford messing up with the little finances you have. You have to live really in these hard times very sharply. You have to be very intelligent when you're spending your money. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. And we do this every Monday and Thursday at 11 a.m. New videos, new content, new stuff. Thank you. See you next time.